Hey guys, so it is Sunday the 13th of August, and I was just getting out of the shower when I noticed I had a Tumblr ask. So I pulled it up, because why not? It was an anonymous message saying that because in the SCA, the Society for Creative Anachronism, because I portray an Anglo-Saxon persona from the 11th century, that I'm a fascist and a Nazi. Those of you who know me know this is not true. I want to go ahead and clear this up right now, though, because I have no doubt I'm going to be getting more messages like that. So, here's the deal. In the 1930s, Hitler needed a way to legitimize the Aryan society, the Aryan race, if you will. And he went and took parts of Germany's history, which includes the origins of the Saxons. The Saxons are actually from Germany, and they went to England and invaded in the early 900s. The early 700s, somewhere around there. And he took that history, including the Viking sagas, the Aryans, who were originally not these blonde-haired, blue-eyed people, but people who followed a sect of Christianity that believed Jesus was not divine, was instead human. And the guy who led that was named Arian, and he was a heretic, according to the Catholic Church. Hitler took those things and molded them into a disgusting, horrible thing in order to legitimize his way of thinking. Because it's been proven in history, if you have a way to legitimize it, it sticks around. I am not a Nazi. I am not a fascist. I am someone who is portraying a period of history that was debauched and filthied and made awful by a sick, sick man. The Anglo-Saxon culture is not about white power and supremacy. Neither are the Vikings. Yeah, I mean, fortunately and unfortunately in some cases, the Vikings were invaders. That's what they did. But they all weren't blonde-haired, blue-eyed. That is a product of the Wagnerian cycle of the rings, which Hitler also took and bastardized and turned into a reason for legitimacy for his heinous acts. He was trying to say that by doing what he did, he was going to bring back the history of Aryan supremacy. Well, I hate to tell you, Mr. Hitler, but you got it all mixed up. So, the fact that I have to come on a social media platform and say that I am not a fascist or a Nazi because I portray an Anglo-Saxon persona hurts. But I understand because of the times, it's something that I need to say. So, once again, I am not a Nazi. I am not a fascist. I am not one of those goose-stepping, heartless, evil people. I am merely a young man who loves that part of history because of its culture, because of its clothing, because of the way it defined European history as a whole. Because if we didn't have the Anglo-Saxons, we wouldn't have had the Battle of Hastings of 1066, and then we wouldn't have had William the Conqueror, and then where would we be? Right? The important thing is that I am portraying a part of history. I am portraying a culture and a time period that is thousands of years old, hundreds of years old. And all I'm doing is trying to recreate the life of a man who just lived his life. He has a wife, he has a family, he has parents, and it's unfortunate that people take these things and mold them to their own despicable uses. And to the Anon who sent me the message, I understand. I get why you're hurt. I'm hurt too. It's not been an easy couple of days, logging into my social media. It's really hard. But the important thing is that we need to show people that this part of history that we love is not what the Nazis and the alt-right and the fascist and the neo-Nazis have taken it and turned it into. We need to make sure that people are educated and understand the difference between hate and history. So, I hope that all of you are having an okay day, a good weekend, and I will be vlogging again soon. But I felt this was just something that I needed to say. And if anyone has any questions, they can hit me up on Twitter, they can hit me up here, they can hit me up on Facebook if they want. But just remember, there's a difference between history and hate. So I hope all y'all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you soon.